Hey y'all, welcome to the Throttle podcast. I'm your host, Earnest, here today with my co-host, Evan Sager.
Hello, y'all.
Got kind of a loaded episode today. Lots of big storylines, but before we get to that, get to some other things. NHRA has released a new special edition Diamond Wally that is only available to win in the 2026 season. Believe it or not, it's a diamond. It's diamond color.
Nah, really? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And they also announced that they're going to do, kind of like NASCAR did with their 75th anniversary back in 2023, that NHRA is going to take their 50th greatest drivers list that they made in 2001 and expand it to the top 75. And 5 new drivers every Monday from now until February 2nd will be released. And the first 5 new additions to that list are Tony Schumacher, Robert Hight, Erica Enders, Andrew Hines, and Peter Biondo. So, yeah, we'll see how that list expands over the next few weeks from now. North Wilkesboro will run a large multi-team test next Tuesday, the 13th, to test out the new 750 horsepower package that'll be run this year. And fans are actually invited to attend for free and watch on the grandstands for a test somehow.
Finally, they actually allow us to watch a test. I feel like it's been years.
Yeah. It's also a huge test. Normally, it's 1 car per manufacturer. This time, it's 1 car per organization.
Yeah.
So, 15 cars scheduled to run laps of the test. You got 8 Chevys with Chastain, Suarez, Kyle Busch, Elliott, Allmendinger, Custer, Stenhouse, and Ware. And remember that Haas factory team and Rick Ware switched to Chevy this year. So, this test will definitely be very important for them.
Yeah.
4 Fords, Buescher, Barry, Logano, and Zane Smith, and then the 3 Toyotas of Briscoe, Eric Jones, and Tyler Reddick. So, very interesting to see how that test goes. And who knows, maybe the new commissioner of NASCAR that they appoint and the new executives that they work through can put together a good product that we'll see this season for the NASCAR Cup Series, but more on that later.
Yeah, after the test, after the test, we'll have more information on that next Tuesday.
Yeah, for next week's episode.
Yeah, preview next week's episode.
Tune in. America 250, the organization planning, of course, America's 250th anniversary, which is going on this year, 2026. They will sponsor the duels at Daytona. Although it's weird because it lists it as duel at Daytona, so it's like, are they running one duel, or are they just doing that and slapping it on both duels? I don't know.
Yeah, I find that weird too.
I don't know, but we're going to need some clarification there. But yeah, speaking of Daytona, Jimmy Johnson is locked into the 68th Daytona 500 in February in, of course, the 84 car for Legacy Motor Club. And he secured the open exemption provisional, so he won't have to race his way in. He'll just be locked into the 41st starting spot. But no points, no prize money or anything, just having fun pretty much. So, yeah. But it might be a full 41 cars for the 500 this year.
Which would be nice.
Yeah. I don't think Truex is running, though, which is sad. But,
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say I've moved on, but yeah. So, also Jimmy Johnson will run the number 1 Tricon truck at San Diego in June, in addition to his previously announced run in the Cup race in the 84, of course. It's only his 2nd truck start after Bristol in 2008, so it's been a while. But I mean, Jimmy Johnson, San Diego, it's his hometown, so it'll be great to see him run twice. But, I mean, if you're running truck and cup, you might as well run a race.
Yeah, might as well do the thruple.
Come on now. Also, some great news out of the truck series. Stuart Friesen will be back in the 52 Toyota in 2026 after his brutal dirt modified crash back in July in Canada.
Yeah.
So, great to see there.
Yeah. Also, some O'Reilly's Auto Parts news. Austin Hill has been confirmed to the 2026 season with Bennett Corporation as a sponsor. I saw it this morning.
Ah, yes. Hopefully he doesn't terrorize the
Hopefully he doesn't Kevin LePage the field again.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't wreck everybody and send them to O'Reilly's. I don't know.
Gotta get some of that good brake clean.
True. Yeah. Moving on now. Corey LaJoie will replace Brad Keselowski in the number 6 car for the Clash after Keselowski broke his leg in that skiing accident, although it's still expected that Brad will race at Daytona.
Which is some good news, thankfully.
Yeah. So, and back to NHRA to kind of close out the other news segment, Skag Racing adds a second Top Fuel team sponsored by Bluebird Turf, which also sponsors one of their funny cars driven by Dave Richards. But that will go alongside Justin Ashley in Top Fuel, and Will Smith has been tapped as the driver of that second Top Fuel car. Not the Will Smith you're thinking of.
Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth.
Yeah. Skag now's got 4 Nitro entries for 2026, the 2 Top Fuel entries as mentioned. Plus, as we mentioned, Dave Richards with one of the funny cars and Daniel Wilkerson in the other funny car. So as if Top Fuel wasn't loaded already enough with all the bits and pieces moving around, as we've mentioned back in like December and back in the earlier part of the off season on this podcast. Now we just add another
layer.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, we had 9 different Top Fuel winners.
I think it's gonna be 12. I think it's gonna be 12 this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But getting into the main talking points here. First up, Kaulig and Ram are gonna have their own reality TV show called Race for the Seat, where 15 drivers will compete for the final full-time seat in Kaulig's truck operation. Of course, they're the flagship team for Ram in the Truck Series, and they're going to eventually be it for Dodge when they come back to the Cup Series within the next year or two. But
which is some exciting stuff. What's funny is I used to watch Racing Wives. I don't know, me and my mom used to watch that all the time. I don't know why. It was a good show, I can't lie. It was fire, pretty good. Go watch it. I think it's on HBO Max still, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that.
But they will also receive help from UFC CEO Dana White. And the show will have 8 episodes, and it premieres January 25th on Fox, which you'll note is also like right at the end of the Rolex 24. The rest of the episodes will air on FS1, and you can also catch the 8 episodes on Ram's official YouTube channel as well. So we will definitely be tuning in.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, the drivers will compete in like late models and stuff, not the actual trucks due to NASCAR's testing rules, because they're just,
stupid.
I remember back in the old days, you'd have a certain amount of tests per year, and now it's just like you can't do any private tests. It's either like 95% of the time it's a Goodyear tire test.
Yeah, and I mean, unless you get like this year they're doing the Wilkesboro test, which is nice, and fans can go watch it, which is, I think, is really cool.
Yeah.
For free money.
Free. And Wilkesboro is also encouraging fans, of course, to buy tickets for the July race. Yeah. It's Wilkesboro's first points race in 30 years, which is crazy to think about. So, yeah. And it'll fill the 5th and final seat at Kaulig, a lineup that already has Brendan Butterbean Queen, Daniel Dye, Justin Haley, and then that number 25 free agent truck, which of course is kind of like Trackhouse's Project 91 in the Cup Series. So, I mean,
it'll be interesting to see what drivers will be into that seat. I'm hoping Cletus makes a race.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Cletus is gonna run probably a couple races in there, and he also said that he's gonna run, I think, 5 ARCA races, which includes Daytona and Talladega, and I would think probably also has Bristol.
Yeah,
there, so.
Probably.
Yeah. So, okay, Steve Phelps. Oh man.
Now here's a guy.
I always knew that this lawsuit would not be good for anybody involved, but as we look back on it, it definitely hurt NASCAR a lot more than it hurt the teams.
Yeah.
I mean, those texts were just
not great.
Not great for your somewhat recently appointed commissioner of the sport.
Yeah.
Where you basically, I mean, who does Steve Phelps report to? Basically Jim France?
Yeah.
Yeah, the CEO of NASCAR. So, like, you're pretty high up there. Just, yeah, but I don't really know who could possibly replace him, but whoever does replace him is going to step into a position that, you know, it's kind of like you're standing on a house of cards. One wrong move and it's all coming down. Not just for NASCAR, but also the whole American motorsports landscape, because it could change the whole thing. I mean, you've got a new point system, which will a new point system announcement, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes, that'll be released on Monday, and then, like, you know, the new 750 horsepower package that's about to be tested next Tuesday at Wilkesboro. And then, like, you know, what we haven't talked about all that much is with the new 750 horsepower package, what do you do with the tires?
Yeah. Well, they're going to be softer, going to be harder, rubber.
Yeah. And then, like, what do you do if you do any aero changes or anything? Like, it's something that they're going to have to completely rework it, because, like, for a while teams were used to 550, and then it became what, like 675?
Yeah.
And now it's 750. Now it's back up to 750. So it's something that the teams and the engineers are all going to have to work on, and multiple teams have new crew chiefs as well.
Yeah.
So
different drivers, different sponsors. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, and if you make one wrong move, you could end up losing more fans. I mean, sure. I mean, NASCAR's already taken plenty of blows this offseason. Sure, a lot of them were not their fault by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you have the lawsuit is the big main pressing issue, and then, of course, all these tragedies over the offseason did not help by any stretch of the imagination. But I don't know. I mean, you got F1, you got IndyCar being on main Fox, you got NHRA, which honestly, NHRA, not only in their 75th anniversary season this year, they might put one of the most competitive seasons they've ever had out there on the drag strip, and maybe one of the most entertaining. I mean, just, I don't know.
It's not no matter how you look at it, it's not going to be good for the person getting into the position that Steve Phelps had and just future. I mean, then again, he can right the ship and we get back to what it was.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, obviously, you know, 04 to 06 with the crazy crowds and even crazier viewership, that is long gone. But,
yeah.
I mean, of course, that doesn't mean we can't get back to that, but we are a long way for that. I don't want to say we're at rock bottom, but
we're very close.
We've been riding on that edge for probably about 5 years now.
Yeah, since the 2019 season, I'd say, honestly.
Yeah. So, and more on that point system. You know, it's set to be announced on Monday, the day before the Wilkesboro test. But it'll be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live streamed on NASCAR's YouTube, on NASCAR.com, and on the NASCAR channel on Tubi. I mean,
They've kept this pretty close mouth, so I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a full season, but at the same time, if you go on NASCAR.com and you go to the schedule page, it has no playoffs or like 10 race chase cutoff or anything. It has nothing. So, I mean, it could just be jumping to conclusions because they could just be hiding it, obviously, but still.
Yeah. It's smart, but at the same time, come on, NASCAR.
I don't know. Give us what we want.
Literally. Please.
I mean, sure, NHRA has a countdown, but all that does, it doesn't even do a points reset. It just, well, you know what? Nope, I stand corrected. It does do a points reset. But, my bad. But, I don't know. With NHRA, it feels different than NASCAR's, because I don't know if that's a marketing issue or what, but I feel like with NHRA's, being that last year was my first full season fully watching NHRA from start to finish, it's like it felt more compelling.
Yeah.
Even though there's less races and less competitive, well, I wouldn't say less competitive teams, but at the same time, a lot of elimination, top fuel events, they wouldn't even have a full 16 on there. They'd have like 13 or 14. So I don't know. It's just something about NHRA, what they did, and even expanding on that to IndyCar. It's like something about that just worked compared to what NASCAR did. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just really depends.
NASCAR needs to make changes, and hopefully whoever they announce as their new commissioner can make that happen. But we'll see. And yeah, but that's all we got for this week's episode of the Throttle podcast. Make sure you tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Check out the Chill Photography and Throttle podcast Instagrams and TikToks, and yeah, that's all we got for this week's episode. Hopefully it's gonna get easier from here. We got the Chili Bowl next week, and then the Rolex, and before we know it, we're in
NASCAR.
We're in the NASCAR season. We're at the Clash, and we're at Daytona, and yeah.
And it kicks off. Still interested to see the Denny Hamlin stuff. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's the other thing we forgot to mention. I mean, I don't know. It's been a rough year and change.
Yeah.
For Hamlin, I mean, he won 6 times, but he didn't win the championship.
Yeah. And then his father passed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he had the birth of his third child and his first son, but then his dad passed away and his mom got seriously injured. So I don't know. And then the lawsuit, everything. It's just I don't know. Hopefully he's okay, and hopefully he's able to keep driving and keep wheeling that 11 car to more wins and all that like he's used to doing. But yeah. I don't know. At what point does it break him?
Yeah. I just want to touch on that quickly.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Miami for making the national championship.
All right. Yeah.
Go Canes.
Somebody's a little happy over there.
I am. I'm very happy right now.
I don't blame you. I mean, it'd be better if I was.
Yeah. Anywho.
All right. Before we get off the rails there and turn this into the Pat McAfee show, yeah. But that's all we got for this week's episode of the Throttle Flirt podcast. Make sure you tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Chill Photography, Instagram, Throttle Flirt podcast, Instagram, and the TikToks, and yeah, and we know who this man wants to win the national championship. But
go Canes!
Yeah. So
shout out to my dad.
I was gonna say, I know he listens, but yeah. So Chili Bowl next week.
Yeah. So that's all we got for this week's episode. Have a good night, y'all.